So it feels like a long time since I've actually sat and talked to the camera. I've had Dale, as you guys can see in my previous videos, he's been helping me. So he's been behind the camera, and yeah, all irrelevant. It feels nice to sit in front of you guys and talk. So as you guys can see by this video, I'm just gonna be talking about some foundations today, and these are gonna be like high-end foundations that I've tried that I feel are worth your time, worth your money, and I just picked out 5. I've tried lots and lots of high-end foundations, but that would make the video really long. I have a feeling this video is gonna be ridiculously long, and I apologize ahead of time if it is. And I'm gonna try and make it as structured as possible, but you guys know how my brain works. It just fires off in different directions, and yeah, I just feel like this would be super helpful for you. So let's just get right into it. I have oily skin. Remember, keep that in mind whenever I'm talking about these products, but you guys always let us know down below your thoughts on dry skin. I feel like the comment section on my channel is very resourceful for those who have opposite skin types, because we all come together as girls and just let each other know, you know, what products work and what they don't, or different tips and tricks. You guys get what I'm getting at, but yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay, so moving on into this video, the first foundation that I'm gonna talk about is this bad boy right here. I have 2 different shades. It's what I'm wearing on my face right now, and this is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation Stick, and the 2 shades that I mixed together are Golden Tan and Amber, which I feel like they work perfectly for me right now. And the coverage is full and medium, 100%. You guys, this is like, if you are looking for a full coverage foundation and you really like the stick form, then I feel like you totally should try this foundation. It says that the coverage of this is full and medium, which is 100%. I would say it's more of a full coverage rather than a medium. I will say though, when I do have dry patches on my face, this definitely accentuates it, but keep in mind you have to prep your skin. If you do have dry skin, you just have to take that extra step to prep your skin, to hydrate it. And of course, if you don't do that, it's going to accentuate that dryness. You know, that's a given. The finish is a satin matte, radiant, and natural. I would agree with that. I would say if you just use this on its own, it's like a satin matte. It's not like a dead matte. There's no shine to your face, you know what I mean? But once you put all of your makeup on top of it, it's just, it sits really beautiful on the skin. So yes, the foundation brush that this is recommended to be used with is this Hourglass brush. It doesn't have a number or anything on it, but whenever you go into the store, this brush is next to it. It literally buffs into the skin so gorgeous, you guys. And I've tried the Beauty Blender with this, but it just does not do the same. It doesn't do it justice. You have to use some type of buffing brush. It doesn't necessarily have to be this one, but I'm just letting you know that it really does perform wonderfully with this. And all of those claims, the main things that stick out for me is, okay, so whenever you put this foundation on your face, you're gonna instantly be so shocked with the pigmentation and how much coverage it gives you. And now, just to be clear, you can 100% tell that I'm wearing makeup. When you come up to my skin, it's like, oh, okay, she's wearing foundation. It's clear, her skin looks flawless, you know what I mean? So if you're that girl who's like, I don't want it to look like that I'm wearing foundation, then you're gonna wanna run away from this completely, because this is a makeup looking foundation, but in a beautiful way. It sits on your skin so gorgeous. Like, looking at my skin right now, like, yes, I have fine lines and stuff, but it's sitting on top of them beautifully. It's not accentuating anything. It's just, it's laying on my skin in such a subtle way with it being so full coverage. Does that make sense? Like, this is obviously advertised as something that's like heavy duty, like, girl, if you want some coverage, this is the foundation for you. But they did it in a way that it actually sits on your skin and makes your skin look gorgeous, flawless. Like, if you wanna look a beat, girl, this is the foundation for you. But yeah, that is my thoughts on it. I agree with the claims 100%. I feel like you would absolutely love it, especially if you are oily skinned, because I feel like I do not have to powder my face that much when I use this, and it does have a long wearing property to it. So if you have an event to go to or something like that, then this is gorgeous. One thing I will say though, that if you are gonna be sweating and stuff like that, because I sweat a lot, you guys. I get soaking wet when I sweat. It's disgusting. But I don't like it for like, if it's like a hot summer day, you're not gonna wanna use the Vanish foundation. You know what I mean? Go with something lighter. So yes, I love these and I totally think you guys should try it. With these foundations, I'm pretty much giving each girl their type of foundation, like the lightweight girl, the full coverage girl, the medium coverage girl, the just because I feel like trying it girl. Anyways, you get the point. My next foundation that I'm gonna talk about is this Diorskin Nude Air. You guys, this is definitely one of my favorite foundations ever. And it's just because it's literally that, it's air-like. It has a little dropper just like this, and it's, you see it drops. And it's like water, but it's insane the pigment that goes off on your face. It's crazy. So let's just read. It's in that little dropper thing. It feels like velvet. It's such a soft, silky feeling, when you put it on your face. And when you try this foundation, because it's like a water-like consistency, you would not think that it would give you the coverage that it does, but it gives you such a natural, gorgeous skin-like finish that I love. It has SPF 25, so this is a foundation that if you're gonna take a bunch of pictures, you're not gonna wanna use it. And like, I can say that I've noticed that I'll have like a little white cast to my face. But again, just wear the Hourglass foundation if you're gonna take a ton of pictures. I feel like you can feel the oil properties that are in this, and when you blend it out, so you can use a beauty blender with this or a brush. I personally like using a brush with this foundation just because it's like so lightweight. It's just so airy. This brush right here, and this is the Radiant Foundation brush by It Cosmetics from Ulta. This buffs it in so wonderful. There's a brush like this actually by e.l.f. as well, but you can see what I'm talking about. It's just like a really soft, round brush like this that will pick up the product and place it on your face really nicely. The description is literally spot on perfect. I'm just letting you know that when you put it on your face, you're gonna be shocked with how much coverage it gives you, but feeling so weightless. And I feel like it makes your skin look beautiful. And this would be perfect for the girl who doesn't wear a lot of makeup. Like, I 100% recommend this for the girl who like is just getting into foundation, you know what I mean? You are going to love this because you can use literally just one drop and just spread it all over your face, just a light application, and it'll blow your mind. Or you can go ham and add like 25 drops if you want. Not like 25 drops, you know what I mean? Just like little dots all over your face. You'll love this. I feel like you can build it up for sure. But if you're trying to build it up, then you're completely skipping the point of this foundation. It's meant to just, you need a little bit, you put it on your face, and then you're out the door. Mommy's on the go, like if you have to dress up or something like that, you're gonna love this foundation. I'm telling you, it's wonderful, and it doesn't feel like makeup on my face ever. And yeah, I just really like this foundation. And the shade that I have is 040 Honey Beige. But yeah, the Dior Nude Skin Air, I love it. All right, the next foundation, since we're talking about Dior, is this Diorskin Airflash, and it's that aerosol spray foundation. Now I am in the shade, what shade are you in this? 400. I could totally go darker on this, so if you're anywhere near my shade, I would go one shade darker than this. This one's reaching a little bit with the with the descriptions where it says that it diminishes them. So diminish, I feel like I'm confusing the word diminish by taking it away completely. I guess, yes, in a sense, it doesn't accentuate your fine lines or anything like that. You're gonna be able to see them, because if you have fine lines, you have fine lines. You prime it, you make it a little bit better, and then you put makeup on top of it, you're gonna see it. I don't want you to buy this $62 foundation thinking that, oh my gosh, my wrinkles are gonna disappear. It's gonna suck them all away and it's gonna look amazing. It's gonna look amazing. It's gonna sit on your skin really amazing and beautiful, more than that drugstore foundation, but it's not gonna take them away completely. I agree with that kind of, in the fact that you can spray it on multiple times for a full coverage, or you can spray it once and get a light coverage. I really like this foundation whenever I wanna take like really beautiful pictures, or I just feel like being cool and spraying my face, then I use this foundation. But yeah, I go back to this foundation a lot if I feel like I'm going to an event or something like that. I'll wear this foundation, and every single time, I kid you not, someone compliments on my foundation and says how beautiful it is. So that's honestly why I go back to this, is because it looks beautiful on the skin when it's sitting on your face. And with this foundation, you do get oily. Well, with both of these, you will have some oils, but you know, you can just use a powder to suck it up. I have very, very oily skin, so it's very rare that I won't get a little oily, but with the help, with the right primer, like this, I have, where is it? It's this Becca primer. It's not in front of me, but I'll put those in my T-zones or in those spots that I really do get oily, and it's not a problem. So I wouldn't stray away from these two foundations if you're worried about oiliness. Like if you're very oily, then I really feel like you may like these. The next foundation, I feel like this is the most bougie freaking foundation haul, whatever. This is high-end, right? But let's just keep going. The next foundation is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Okay, so few things about this. When I first tried this foundation, I was like, what the heck? The hype is not real. I do not like this foundation. It's not good at all. And I was like, I'm returning it, you know? But I'm so glad that I tried it again, because I honestly believe that the reason why it looked terrible on my skin is because my skin was doing terrible. This is definitely one of those foundations that accentuates healthy, glowing skin. And I hate saying that because we don't all have beautiful, poreless, no wrinkled skin, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I do. I'm just saying that if you have like a zit, or there's an area where your pores are really bad, or you know what I mean, and you don't have a primer that you feel like covers that up, this is just, I feel like is just gonna make it look worse. And that was just in my case, because I just felt like it didn't do my skin justice. If anything, it just made me feel like, why did I spend so much on this foundation? But when you touch it and you put it on your face, it literally feels like silk. This foundation, when my skin is doing great, I just feel like this foundation really makes my skin look beautiful. And that's when when I just have a good skin day. It's weird because I really did dislike this foundation so much in the beginning, but after like learning my skin and what primer to use with this, it's quickly become one of my favorite foundations. And it's the Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm super oily, and it definitely does get oily in your T-zones. Again, with that Becca, I think it's a Becca Pore, I'll put it right here what primer I'm talking about. If I don't use a primer like that with this in my T-zone, then I will get so oily. But other than that, I really do feel like this is a great foundation. Just keep in mind that if you have some trouble areas and it's always like that in that area, then this may accentuate that. And that just may have been me in my situation. But I tried it twice when my skin was doing bad, and I just didn't like it. And by bad, I just mean like my skin wasn't doing as well as it could be. So no, I really like this foundation now after learning how to use it with the right primers. You know what I mean? There's certain foundations that look awful because you're pairing the wrong primer with it. Isn't that crazy? You would think a primer is a primer, but no, a primer is not just a primer. You have to get the right one for your skin type. And this is the color 6.25. All right, and last but not least is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which, you guys, killing this foundation. I've been wearing it so much, probably for like ever since I bought it, straight every day I've been wearing it. And oh, the color that I have is in golden, so this is not a like full-on matte finish or anything like that. It's a normal, like what skin looks like when it's normal, you know what I mean? It sits on your face so great, and I feel like it doesn't accentuate any lines or anything like that. It gives you what you're looking for in a foundation. You know, you don't want anything to go in your fine lines. You don't want it to feel cakey. You don't want it to feel heavy. And this is the least pricey of the ones that I use. I hate that I picked like the most expensive foundations ever. And I really feel like this is a great name because when you're wearing this foundation, it doesn't feel like you're wearing a lot of foundation, but then you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, my skin looks good though. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would totally try all of these foundations if you're in the market to try another one. Don't worry, you guys, I'm going to do a drugstore version up next or very soon, if not up next. Okay, I shouldn't have said up next. Very soon, because I want to weed through my drugstore foundations. But I absolutely love the foundations that I just mentioned, and I hope that it was helpful and that I didn't just read to you guys. You know, I hope, you know, like I hope that it helped. Anyways, if I left anything out, I'll be sure to either one, put it off to the side or put it down below. And you guys, of course, please chime in with your comments. Let's just chat with each other. We can have a difference of opinion. I know that we're going to. I know a lot of you guys are gonna hate some of these foundations, but if you love them, let me know why you love them down below. As always, I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.